Could talking to the younger version of you really heal your whole life? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine. I'm a holistic nutritionist, energy healer, and hypnotherapist, and on my channel we talk about health, healing, spirituality, subconscious mind, and so much more. So go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, and let's dive right in. So when I first heard about inner child work, inner child healing, I'm not gonna lie, I thought that this was the silliest thing. I thought that it sounded so cheesy, so corny, and I kind of put it on the back burner and I didn't really want to look at it. Like, I was kind of embarrassed, to be honest. Like, I was like, I don't need to talk to younger Jasmine. Like, she's okay. She's got this. But meanwhile, I was doing inner child work with all of my clients, and I was watching them have massive transformations, massive up levels, massive healing, massive growth. And so then I began to think, okay, there must be something to this inner child work that I maybe should get on board with. Because here is the thing. I talk about it all of the time, ages 0 to 7. This is when we create the whole mental model of how we view the world. This is when we are in hypnosis, we are in the theta brainwaves, and in this state our mind is just a meaning-making machine, and it is creating stories. It is looking for events and pulling them in and creating meaning from them. And so let's say you get a bad grade on a test at a young age. And I've given this example before. You get a bad grade and either your teacher puts you in a different group, making you feel like you're not good enough, or your friends make fun of you, making you feel like you're not good enough, or mom and dad ground you, and that doesn't make you feel like you're good enough. Either way, usually these things boil down to you just not feeling like you're good enough. Well, what happens as this happens is that then we create the narrative, I'm not good enough, which, side note, that's basically the reason we're all suffering. And so then we go about our lives with this story that I'm not good enough. And as we go about our lives with this story, it then becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy where we actually create circumstances and situations to affirm to us in our subconscious mind that I am not good enough. And so you're going to go out seeking relationships that confirm to you I'm not good enough. Your bank account will confirm to you that you are not good enough. Your health will confirm to you that you are not good enough. And it's not always like, it doesn't have to be every area of your life, but usually what people struggle with one of these areas or multiple areas of their life because of some small event that happened in their childhood where, so many people think that it has to be this like massive trauma. Like, it can be such a small event, like getting a bad grade. And that's why I really do like to point out these circumstances and these situations like getting a bad grade, because it doesn't have to be like being molested or being raped. Like, these are really real traumas as well that obviously have repercussions, but it can really just be as simple as getting a bad grade that can influence your capacity to heal and receive abundance and be in a loving relationship when you're older. So how do we begin to heal our inner child? Because here's the thing, I get it. And if you're not in the world of self-healing and personal development, like, this is gonna seem like a really cheesy and corny and really uncomfortable thing to do. And I get it. I totally get it. But I really do believe that this is what will completely propel you into a new reality, the healing, the abundance, the love. Everything that you desire is going to come from healing this little boy or this little girl. So we do this by, first of all, just holding loving space. Seeing that at one point or another, this little girl, this little boy didn't know what to do. I believe that we're always doing the best we can with what we know, always. And at a young age, we don't always know what the best way to do things is. We don't know what the best way to react is. We don't know how to react. We haven't been given that mental framework or that mental picture. And so, of course, like, it's going to seem clunky and messy and confusing and scary, and we're not going to know how to react. And so just like beginning with that awareness that, like, okay, I see you, that like at that age you didn't know how to react, and that's okay. And that's okay. And so often in my sessions for hypnotherapy, I can't even tell you that we go back to a scene of when they were suffering as a child, and I always ask, so what does this little girl or what does this little boy need? What do they need in this moment? And 9 times out of 10, I hear people say they just needed a hug. They just needed me to be there for them. They just needed the space. Because so often we're looking to mom or dad or caretakers or whoever is around us for how we're supposed to react at such a young age, when really we just need the support and comfort of ourselves to just know that it's going to be okay. And just giving them that hug, that love, that support, which you can do now. You can do that in your mind's eye. You can do that by tuning in. You can do that by just closing your eyes and seeing that version of you and just embracing them with so much love, compassion, understanding, forgiveness, and just holding loving space for them. Just holding loving space. And friends, I cannot tell you how doing this one simple act can completely change your life. I've seen it change so many of my clients' lives that I decided it's about time I start doing this for myself. And as I did, I saw my life begin to completely transform too. And even now, if I'm going about something and I feel scared or I feel uncomfortable or I am going through growth or transformation, I always see that the only thing that's making me uncomfortable is that it's the little girl, it's the little Jasmine is just scared because she hasn't done this, she hasn't gone here before, she hasn't experienced this before, and I just tell her, it's gonna be okay, we got this. And I can't even tell you how good this works, because as you begin to actually cultivate this relationship with your inner self, your inner child, you're going to see that all they really need is understanding, compassion, awareness. They just want, it's like, I mean, yes, we can also call this the ego. The ego is so often like just wants to be looked at. It's like your inner child just having a little bit of a tantrum sometimes. And so just to look at them and acknowledge them and just say, I see you. I see you. I get that this is uncomfortable. I get that this is triggering that past, thing that mom did, or this past thing that dad used to do, or this past thing that this caregiver did, or this past thing that happened all the time when I was in school, or this past thing that happened to me that I hate talking about and I hate that it even happened. But I'm okay now. We're okay now. We've got this. That's not happening anymore. And I get that that was super hard for you at the time, but now we're in a different space. We're okay now. You're going to be okay. And it's just having this dialogue. Again, you guys, it sounds so easy and so silly, but it is completely life-changing. And so I really would invite you, like, what is it in your life that you are working on right now? Is it your health? Is it your wealth? Is it your relationships? Well, go back and ask, what did this version of me, what did they need to feel safe, to feel secure, to feel heard, to feel seen? And give it to them now. give it to them now, because here's the thing, inner child work, all it really is becoming a parent to yourself. Because at the end of the day, and I tell my clients this all of the time, if you're a client of mine, you probably heard me say this, is that no one can become a loving parent to you as well as you can. There is no human being, no parent on the planet can parent you better than you can parent yourself. And really, like, think about it. If you're a parent, you just want the best for your child. And how can you give everything to a child that you don't even know that they need? And likewise, if you are a child, which we all are, like, we can't expect one single human being to provide every single need and love and affection and understanding for us. And they're not supposed to. We wouldn't grow and progress and evolve into our own being if we didn't overcome these challenges and these things that we go through, these obstacles. Like, this is what builds growth and character, is going through these things and learning to be the parent to ourselves. Because when we can learn to become a loving parent to ourselves, well, all of a sudden, healing just happens. All of a sudden, the relationship just comes to us. All of a sudden, we are just wealthy because we are an energetic match for it, because we know that we're whole, worthy, and complete, and that we're going to be there for that little version of us. We're going to be there for them, and that they don't need to be scared or worried, and we're going to be there. We've got them. They're healing. So give this a try. Let me know in the comments below if you've done inner child work, if you're going to do it, and let me know your experience. And if you have done it, share with others how transformative it really is, because sometimes we just got to get on board with these things that don't seem, they seem a little funny and a little strange at first, but they're so healing. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, I'm sending you all and your inner child infinite love and light.